such a heavy snare hand. Hey, what's up, everybody? Ben here, you all over there, and it's a Sunday night hanging. Well, it's kind of hanging out a little bit of everywhere these days. Oof, doesn't it? Anyways, welcome. If you're new, please subscribe. Returning, welcome back. Yeah, you're like, didn't you do a group show last week? Yeah, well, I thought last week was a long weekend, and it turns out this weekend's a long weekend. So, part deux. Continued, if you will. Yeah. That was easier than booking somebody on Wednesday. So, yeah, we got a good friend Bill, we got a good friend Michael here. You know, we got Trev, we got me, I got all kinds of lifestyle choices on available. Teenage me, Bill, is just living in fucking heaven these days. You know, it used to be you were lucky to find any weed, and if you did, you find a guy, he had one kind. Maybe once in a while you'd have two. He's got the end of one package and then the beginning of another. Maybe. The fact I'm looking at 4 different kinds of hash right there alone. Come on. Hash? That was like unicorns. Michael B knows what I'm talking about.
What a wonderful world.
You go over to Buddy's place and once in a blue moon, he's like, I got some hash. You're like, what? All right. Well, today just took a turn. Or give me some of this and some of that.
My Sunday dealer is closed today.
Oh, no.
Tax-free source closes on Sundays.
Mine's literally open 24/7, 365. Which is, that's mind-boggling. I can go there on a holiday at 8 in the morning. They're like, what do you want?
Hey, Mark Spurgeon.
We got a whole bunch of people in the chat already. We should say hi to everybody, Trev. Who do we got in the chat? Let's see. First in the chat, Zach Thong. What's up, Zach?
Hey,
well, we'll see if he's back. He could be asleep. Then we got Matt of McCullum-ness. Non-musical. Mark Taft in the house. Dastardly Dave. Greasy Monkey Guitars. GAP Page 2. Papa Blue. Wayne McConnell. Michael Krause. John Landino. Scrolling. Guitar Man 45. Great to see Bo. Bo's son's birthday. Other son, not that one. The other one.
I saw that.
Just saying.
Getting spoiled by
Steve Razor. Steve's here. Let's see who else. Munch Michelli is here. Appreciate the offer, Taft. My sister is here. She can tell because she's like, I'm here.
Yay.
See, it says.
Classing the place up a little.
I was hanging out with her the other day. Michael Kress says it's weird. When I was young, liquor stores in Mass were closed on Sundays. Now you can buy weed on Sunday. Right? There's neighbor Jack. Yeah. Neighbor's here. I never know how to say that. Sure nice having recreational MJ in a shop in town. Good selection. Sadly, no hash. So, ooh, ouch. Well, I shouldn't say I get $5 a gram hash. Again, Teenage Ben is loving it.
I don't think they even sell hash in Ohio.
I can go till 10 on Sunday, but it's not tax-free, so I don't usually like to go.
Well, that's the other thing. Yeah, half price and tax-free. Oof. Well, then again, when I paid full price, and I'm thinking street value, I didn't pay tax either. I didn't know a single drug dealer charged tax unless it was included in his pricing. Yay, the cat's healing up. You know, she got one of the cats fixed.
Is it broken?
No kittens for you.
The one that kept multiplying on her.
They'll do that.
Yep. Right. Paul McNary knows. He knows. You turn around and right? Well, mine's making doing things in a box. Great! So yes, welcome all. Community hanging out communally. What? I'm curious to see if any of the other birthday boys I know today, Trevor, are going to pop into the chat. I know of 2 in the guitar community.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not calling them out till they show up, or if they show up, of course, they could be off celebrating said birthday.
I know one of them.
Mm-hmm. Both are water buffaloes, actually, although only one attends meetings. I haven't seen the other one at a meeting. Been a channel member for years. Haven't seen him in a video. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
Have to twist his arm a little.
I'm just gonna say, Trev, somebody was lurking and said, "Pop onto the stream." You say? I'm gonna pack me some hashish because I can.
Yay.
Yay! We're gonna have some honey bourbon. What do they call that stuff? I don't know. Blackberry.
I'm drinking Dr. Pepper.
Ooh. Are you drinking? Make your own Dr. Peppers in a Dr. Pepper bottle.
We'll just finish a cheer wine.
My sister says, "Who do I got to yell at to show up for a meeting?" Well, not Searching for Tone. Fun fact, I forgot to tell you, Trev, off air. Searching for Tone, Brian there's going to be our guest next week.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't know him very well. I'm about to watch. That'd be great.
Well, I'm planning on helping him in his search for tone. You just make me spend money all the time.
Well, there you go.
Yay, Ferdburful! Hey,
Ferd.
the birthday boy himself. There he is, Terry's 300.
Hey, happy birthday, Terry.
Richest Gibsons and Guilds. Oh my!
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Echo.
You get an echo?
Echo.
No. Terry says echo.
Oh,
Oh, another shirt I'm swimming in.
yay!
That's a good thing.
Right. That's good news, Terry.
Yeah, by the way, for those that are curious, yes, I did get a birthday cake.
There's nothing wrong with that.
10-pack of Timbits.
It's like especially if you got nothing with the chocolate ones. It is just chocolate cake, basically. But
You say those
I
animal
wouldn't say
crackers?
pre-chewed, but pre-bitten because they're bite-sized. Pre-bitten.
Yeah.
There you go.
Canadian animal crackers or something?
Yeah.
No, donut holes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Timbits.
And Jack Collins is here in the chat. Good to see you. We've got 34 people tuning in thus far. And I should mention any tips in the virtual tip jar will be going to Operation Flying V. That basically it's all the money this month is going on the V, Terry. I figured because you got a monthly budget, right? And for every $12 I put on the V, that's $1 less on the payments over 12 months. Aha. So just bring down the monthly nut even by an extra $5. Hey, it's $5 less each month, and if then it's easier to put money aside than to pay it down quicker because I also don't want to spend a year paying it off. I'd like to have it paid off by Labor Day.
Well, that's just it, right? Like, anytime
Equally.
you look at, like, a big item like that, the more you can put down on it, like you said, the easier it is for the payments.
Ben math. That's most guitar player math,
Yeah, it is.
especially considering the first step in that whole transaction is paying off the current one I'm payments on, so I can put another one on payments. And also, shout out happy birthday to Ferd last Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep.
Or should we rename
Birthday,
it Ferd's
happy
Day?
belated Ferd, yeah.
Birds Day, yeah.
Ferd's Day.
Happy
Right.
Ferd's Day.
Happy birthday, Bert.
Who he celebrated his birthday on here one year. Terry, had I known in advance, you could have booked the birthday party. I'm like McDonald's. You can book your birthday parties here, folks. I'm willing to celebrate any. Trev celebrated his birthday on a show. I definitely. My sister has.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Bird has.
I
I was
think
like,
I
well,
have.
like Bird, who I just mentioned a minute ago.
Yeah, I think I have. Because my birthday is real close to yours.
Yes, I believe so.
given the fact how my birthday's normally been, which has usually been meh, there was no.
It only works
real-
if it's on a Sunday, though, folks. That's the
Come on,
other thing.
Thursday.
Yeah, that's right,
Yeah,
exactly.
unless it's mine, because I don't give a flying fuck who's live.
Yours is on a Friday this year.
Yeah, it's on a Friday this year. Oh, okay. I thought Dastardly Dave had put this up here that he bought a Soleil Fuzz. I'm like, geez, because Jim just bought one too. But no, it was which is one of my favorite fuzzes for single coil pickups because it's kind of a fuzz face style. With bias control, which makes basically you turn it down, They sound like you got a dead battery, and if you turn it all the way up, it sounds like you got a fresh battery.
I was gonna say, wasn't that the one you sold to the guy at Long and McQuaid?
Fuck no.
Oh.
No, I said sold him. The guy who was leaving Long McQuaid, I sold my TL Pedals Canadian Honker, which was like a tube screamer.
Oh, well, there was somebody I thought you
I
had
never
sold
really
the
did.
fuzz to at one point in time.
No, I have not sold a Lawrence Fuzz because I've only ever owned one Lawrence Fuzz.
My bad.
Yeah,
But-
although I have taken, I think I took it over for a guy to check out because he was thinking
Yeah.
of ordering one from Lawrence. Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe
Pip
that's
here,
what I'm
finally.
thinking.
Well, he's not here, but he's here.
Here. So he's here.
But yeah, I mean that's the whole thing. Like I like fuzz pedals, and like I said, ever since getting the El Rey FX Lucha Fuzz, and then hearing that one of Lawrence's, it was just like, ooh, that's I could totally see why you were vibing with it.
Well, that and like with the bias control, it's basically how spinny you want it. So you have a lot of control there because if you have hotter pickups, you can dial it back a bit and stuff. And basically, I remember because it was sent to me by mistake.
Yeah, that too.
And
I
then
remember that, yeah.
I came in here to try it out, and I thought, okay, well, it's a fuzz. Okay, put Strat, neck, pickup, back off the volume to about 8.5. Plugged in. I'm like, I just hit a chord. I went, well, fuck. All right, that's all kinds of Steve Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix awesomeness. Or back it off a little more. It's all Eric Johnson tones and everything in between. I went, well, okay, well. And immediately I'm like, well, how much does it cost to build another one to send to Brad Miller? Because I'm keeping this one. Fortunately, Michael B.,
Yeah.
fuzz circuits are very basic. Therefore, my cost was, there was a lot of markup, we'll just say, on that pedal. And Lawrence basically did that cost because of this fuck up. What is up, Jimmy Biter? I see you lurking there. He's not even
I am
lurking.
guilty of having sold one LPD pedal used. I wish I
Yeah.
hadn't.
The only expensive thing when it comes to a fuzz effect is basically the diode. Some of those diodes are like uber expensive, but everything else about them is dirt cheap.
There's not much in there either.
Yep, exactly.
Oh yeah, so yeah, and that's right. Jim got the 2 Ravens fuzz as well. He's got a lot of fuzzes by Lawrence. There isn't much. Well, there might be more they did over the years, but I think those are all in the mini pedal form too, which is a whole other subcategory of vintage Lawrence. Vintage Lawrence, is that even a thing? It is now.
Yep.
Oh God, there's a whole thought in itself, isn't it?
Well, the vintage
Vintage-
Lawrence. I consider
vintage
Aim's script
Lawrence
logo,
pedal.
like the old logo.
The old script logo ones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I still have 1, 2 full size, looks like, and then I've got a couple mini pedals. The Phoenix Fuzz, that's the other one that's a full size, yeah. I suppose like the Gia Fuzz or something like that, or then again, he's got the triple little boost, so that has one of the fuzzes in it right there, the Palo Verde Fuzz.
Well, I was gonna say, wasn't the Gila one that
Ooh,
RJ had
that
gotten?
reminds me about tube testers, Munch. Expect a video coming out soon regarding me needing to find and borrow a tube tester. I'm not saying I found the mother load, but fella found some tubes. Tune in soon to find it. Well, you're all subscribed. There'll be a
Tube
flashback.
in.
Tube in. Yeah. The theme of tomorrow night's show will be a new pedal day because we got the Lawrence package in last week. The voice of Cornhole has arrived. My second favorite masshole, Donnie.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, Massachusetts.
Jason's
is the
guitar
only
shed in the
state
house.
to
What's up?
have murdered citizens for practicing witchcraft, allegedly. So
And
shame on-
because I no longer feel like having a guitar tuned to D standard to play heavy stuff, I snagged the Digitech Drop, which is four to a board.
Thanks, Zach. And thanks, everyone else. Thanks, everyone else as well, too, who commented on Facebook. Happy birthday that I have on my Facebook.
As I say, you put your annual birthday selfie up. I'm like, I know that guy.
Yeah, I was laughing when you did that. I was like, ah.
Hey, look, Lee's alive and enough to chat. Hey, Lee, good to see you're alive still.
Yeah, nice.
Healing up. Lee had some issues. Lee had some issues.
Oh, he's in the hospital, man. Hope that's not for long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Feel
he
better, brother.
related to an infection. I don't know what that means. Of course you do, Jim, but I'm not. All right, I'm not sending even my friend Jim my vintage tubes for testing. One, could get damaged and or lost during shipping, and two, if they work really well, I won't see them ever again. No, they're all done. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Yeah, because all I know is I opened up a thing, Terry, and the first thing I saw was a Sylvania EL34, and I went, oh?
Ooh.
And immediately went, fuck, I don't think I have anything with an EL34 in it. And I could throw that in.
What's in your Marshall?
Possibly EL34s, Billy.
Yeah, there you
Actually, I was just going to say that.
Yeah, see? He says, yep, all duds. Yeah, because I've got some...
One has a bent pin.
GE
One
or
more.
Phillips 12AX7s. See, silly me. I sold or gave away. No, I think I sold my tube tester in high school. So I'm like, what do I need that for? I'm going solid state. That's the way things are going. And also was planning on moving out to Vancouver, so I wasn't going to drag a tube tester, even though it was cool. It was like a wooden briefcase looking thing, just flipped open and
When I
mobile.
was a kid, they used to have tube testers.
That's got
You
EL80
went to the drugstore, and you'd bring
Okay.
your tubes in from your TV, plug them in, and test them.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so EL84s and that apparently, according to Jim. And I believe him.
That's what I was wondering if it was 84.
Oh, it's a 20 watt.
Yes.
Oh, see, I think the 40's got 34s. I could be wrong.
I was wrong once. Turns out I was given the wrong information. What? Seems like a plausible thing. So yes, we will be playing with the LPD Super Node tomorrow night. Ooh, that I already have set to something really cool that I enjoy.
Yeah.
Which I already ran a Telly and a Gretsch through the setting and worked.
Wow.
The rest is irrelevant.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that pedal before. And then it was like, oh, you got it. I'm like, ooh, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I've only had it on layaway since what, November?
It's one of those things. There was a rumor I had heard.
Well, because then I wanted the router as well, and I thought, well, just hang on for an extra month or so.
Yeah.
Hey, Blue Mox! I hope you didn't leave a bunch of Blue Mox everywhere trying to get here. Jeez. Yes, for those who may or may not have seen the unboxing video, as well as Supernode, we also have the LPD router, which is basically a 2-channel looping system. But the cool thing is you can run it A/B, B/A, or pair side by each. And it's got a phase switch, which is like one of those fancy things a radio usually puts in their shit.
Mhm.
Is
So,
it
yeah.
buffered or not buffered? Or is that a stupid question?
No, that's not a stupid question, and I'm going to say no. Because he told me there's nothing inside to look at, really. And I already looked inside. So it's number 7. Bo says, I use my Helix. I don't. But yeah, this is going to be the key to figuring out the Master of Puppets tone, because we're going to put in the send A and return A is going to be an LPD 87 in the send in return B is a pedal that Billy has. Yeah, LPD Mach 1.
I know I got to plug it in to make sure it works, but
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'm going to plug it in, then I'm not going to want to give it to you.
Well, there's that. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, we got to source another one. Dang it!
No, I got my eye on other stuff. I don't need any more pedals right now.
I can tell I've been listening to a lot of 90s music, but as I literally thought the other day, maybe I do need to get a PRS and a triple rack.
No, don't do it.
Oh God.
It's the worst tone ever. I hate it.
I know. Listen, I've been listening to a lot of Collective Soul, Bill.
All I can think of is Creed. All I can think of is like Creed.
That too, yeah.
Yeah, I
Sure.
remember when Twang had a 10 top. We tried that in his H&K there, and it was like you said. It just kind of seemed to have no life. Sounded good, but again, just kind of didn't really move anything or do anything for you.
Michael Chris says, you could just buy a Boogie and a JC120. JC120 is on the list of amps at some point. But you can't get the smaller versions. I was talking to a guy that's owned a bunch of them over the years. He's like, the 120 still has the good analog chorus in it. All the other ones, it's all just a digital circuit.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, well, fuck that then, because that's the whole point of the JC.
Yeah.
I don't need it for the jazz. I need it for the chorus. Plus, how many jazz players ever used a JC120? Just throwing it out there. And if so, did they also run it in stereo with the chorus? Probably not.
Yeah. Yeah,
The 40 is not a bad volume.
Jazz players, jangle jazz. Right, actually, Billy, if you guys think you played a fucking jazz master for jazz.
Doesn't the JC120 have like a distortion knob on it or something like?
Yeah,
it
it
has
sounds
a
like ass.
distortion channel.
It does, yes. I don't recall
I
anyone.
don't think it's a channel. I think it's just one knob you can add distortion.
Yeah, it's just like a gain, just a
Yeah.
up and down.
The 40 is plenty loud.
It is, but it doesn't have the good chorus
I
circuit.
think my buddy must have an older one or something. It sounds pretty good.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's what this guy said. He said it sounds good, but it's not it. It's not the sound.
It's not offensive. I actually think it sounds really good.
Well, again, like you're saying, Ben, apparently the 40 they kind of dumbed down the reverb and the chorus, and that
It's all digital.
Yeah.
Whereas, the full 120, it's an analog. So it's basically the Boss CE2 circuit in an amp.
I'll have to ask him this week. Maybe he's actually using a different chorus. It just tricked me.
Well, probably not. Like I say, it sounds good, but it's not the great. Probably. Like if you heard it side by side, you went, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, he has a Princeton and a JC40.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, what I like about those jazz choruses too is you got a stereo effects loop.
Mm-hmm. Which somebody asked if my pedal board was buffered. There's buffered pedals on it, which basically makes it buffered. But I can't remember if I threw. Yes, I think I did turn the Hydra into buffered mode from True Bypass. Yes. Now I know for a fact I did, because I'm like, "Ooh, I'm going through like 14 pedals. Maybe we'll buffer this thing for the two 30-foot cables coming out of it." It was like, "Oh, there's Terry in the chat." Joint works. So's the hash that I had before it, clearly. Mm-hmm.
I still remember whoever it was that said they're freaked out how I could look at the camera and still be typing away to somebody in chat or something.
Every good secretary can do it. So.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean you don't go
You
like...
can answer a telephone as well at the same time.
No, I'm more of a 3-finger keyboardist. Occasionally the pinkies come into play and the thumb.
She heard occasionally the pinky. I'm like, nope, not gonna comment. Not going there. My sister's watching. She just yacked a little. So I'm not going to say anything, but
Yes,
we're
we're
having
talking-
fun. If you haven't already,
No.
please subscribe. We got 45 people here celebrating Terry's birthday. Oh, called an audible on the show.
No talking about the Neapolitan ice cream now.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, Marge, that's the only good thing about being in the hospital is they feed you a lot of drugs.
Yeah, they get the best drugs.
Yeah.
They get a good supplier.
Yeah,
They- they're right up.
you can't beat those IV drugs. They kick in right away.
Right.
Right.
I still remember.
Not that I
those
endorse that kind of thing, but
Yeah, I'm like,
if I'm in the
I
hospital,
wonder how IV THC would hit.
Thanks.
Hey, it's Rob Blackmore Official. Happy anniversary to Rob Blackmore Official. 5-year anniversary.
Congrats.
Clearly, I've been browsing Facebook today. Look at me all up on
Current events.
current events.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I remember the few times I had the intravenous antibiotic, and oh my god, that might as well have been mainlining a hardcore drug or something. I was just like so
feel great.
brutal.
There's Patrick Traits. What's up, Patrick? Tuning in from Alberta. More provinces tuning in all the time. Hey, Amin. How's my day going? Good? Do I like Green Day? Nah, not really. I tried to. It's okay. If you do, somebody's got to like them. I do.
You like Green Days?
No, I like the fact Billy Joe Armstrong as guitar player, not in Green Day, but the fact that he was a virtuoso as a teenager, but he just hides it in a pop punk band. First of all, punk rockers don't wear shirts and ties, okay? And that amount of eye makeup.
I was just making a Herb reference. That's all.
But, hey, if you're into them. There's Unfucking Believable. Unfucking Believably Lake. No, 29 minutes. That's not too shabby.
I don't believe it.
And neither do I.
Fentanyl. Oh, nasty stuff.
Matt found the pill emoji. Oh, look at you.
The yellow and red.
go easy there, man. I don't think you need 5.
Yeah. 3.5 tops.
Oh, I've been able to get 50 milligrams lately. So much better.
Faux show. Michael Krause likes Green Day. Saw them open for Bad Religion back in the day. Cool. I hope I didn't lose a subscriber by calling it Green Day, but it's called like I see it. Especially when I have the talking stick. It's Michael B knows. It was one of his first things he liked about the channel. I like your rants. I'm like, oh, I know.
Yes.
I'm off on a fucking tangent.
Oh, well, the first thing I
Rant
saw
is
yours
one
was the UPS rant, so I was like, oh, I like this guy.
Yeah.
That was epic.
Don't go searching on the channel, folks. There was a mutual agreement by myself and a certain company not to have them available to be viewed. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, if you saw him, you saw him, though. Yeah. The fact they actually delivered to me the other day, I was shocked. Still shocked.
I definitely
Yeah.
saw it.
Oh, my God, though, Terry. Like the company, though, like I say to you at the Water Buffalo meeting, like they went above and beyond. Like, normally they're like, it'd be 2 to 3 business days getting a hold of you. I'm like, they'll step on the package before that. Like, don't. But then, within the hour, contact me. But then it was like, all right, got the delivery. I'm like, yeah, cool, thanks. 5-star service. Love it. So then it was like a few days ago, I got another email. They're like, so we see you got the package, so everything's good. If so, just don't even bother replying. unless you have a issue. I'm like, awesome.
Wow,
Didn't.
that is impressive.
Then the next day. So it's been a couple days since we've heard from you. We assume everything's okay. Just don't bother replying if everything's cool. Like, yeah, everything's still cool. Strings are still here. T-shirt's still one piece. Laughing and scratching. So then 1 hour later, another email from Daddario. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, what's up? They're like, just want service, and not even like out of 10, just a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I'm like, all right, thumbs up, And I didn't even mention, Terry, after, like, on Sunday, like after the Water Buffalo meeting, they're all like, just let you know, next time you go to place an order, just give us a heads up so we'll try to switch over to Canada Post before it even gets processed. I was like, fuck, okay. Is that you, Steve Cassidy guitar? Certainly looks by the way that you are.
Hey, Steve Cassidy guitar.
So, Ben, we should mention to people the reminder if they do the player circle,
Yes.
right? That send you the thing.
If they don't do the player circle, but use
If they
Daddario
don't do it,
products.
yeah.
It's all mine. It's all mine.
Yeah, one of those. If you use Daddario strings, but you're not part of the player circle program, you can take a photo of the code and email it to a fella.
I'll be doing that.
I appreciate it. I'm not bragging, but Matt McCullum sent me 9 codes the other day, and Trev sent me 6. We're already like a third of the way to another T-shirt.
I can probably send 3.
Ooh. And Earl's here. Good to see Earl.
But those are my strings of choice, so.
Yeah, do you get extra points for baritone strings then?
Oh, he gave me 1 code. I don't know what. I think there were like a 7-string or a baritone or something, but it was like, or bass string. Because also I put it in, I'm like, fucking 300 points. Damn.
Yeah, because I was wondering that because Matt does use a lot of baritone stuff, so you would think there'd have to be a slight kind of point.
I've got a pack, and acoustic strings are good too. Trev gave me an acoustic one, and it went, ooh.
Seeking asylum in Canada.
Yes, Steve. Yes. It was 5-string bass. All right. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes, bass strings are more expensive too, so.
Oh, yeah.
Would make sense.
Which I noticed they have the Daddario XS coated bass strings, so I assume they just last forever. Because bass players change their strings like every 4 years. So I guess if you put the coated ones on, they're going to last for a millennium or something. I don't.
Hey, bass players like tradition, right? These are my strings. Hold on to them. I mean, Terry's got the same rumble sitting next to that fireplace for 10 years. Is it the 40?
I've had that. No, it's a 100.
I'm like, for
okay.
Terry to have a piece of gear for 10 years, I don't believe
Well,
that.
that's why I was saying that. Like that.
He's such a wheeler dealer. I was like, what?
Yeah, the only thing I got that the El Rey FX Lucha Fuzz. That's probably the only thing I've still got around, and that was what I won back in 2013.
Cool. So Terry, I don't actually know this about you. What's your stance on P bass? You know, some people like me that have the right opinion think it's the best bass you can have. But
And people like BC Rich, who's not here to defend himself, thinks it's an abomination.
I haven't
Up, Joe Alba?
actually owned a P bass. I've owned jazz basses.
Okay.
I would say I definitely am kind of in that PJ territory.
that looks nice.
The fuck?
Yeah, PJ is the right answer.
I'm like, only you, Terry.
I guess you forgot about this one. It was a while back that I traded for this.
I just
That's sharp looking.
trying to keep up on your gear acquisition in out the door. No, I don't even try. I barely keep up with my own.
I also just recently fixed here above the
Yep.
truss rod hole. It was a big chunk out of it, so I did
Oh, that's
a.
always nice.
That's a cool looking bass, though. I like it.
It's different. That's what I
Yeah.
like about it. Hello, Jeremy Anderson.
Jaguar
Boys.
bass.
Yeah, it is
Welcome to the channel. I think that's a new
Player
name.
Series 1
Awesome.
Jaguar bass.
Welcome.
Yeah, so you can just turn off that other pickup and have the right bass. So it's
All right, easy. I personally
Yeah.
like the PJ myself because that way you can cover all the territory without having to have two bases.
It absolutely
Yeah.
is the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I said, like hearing Rob talk about it and others, they've said, like, there's so much of a difference. And when I had the kit and I did do the P bass up higher, and then I did like the humbucker type pickup, that combo wasn't too bad either, but I definitely think the jazz bass in the bridge and the precision pickup in the near neck position does seem to be like that seems to be a really good combo for to get like tones, like most tones.
Cool.
Noise. I don't have much to bring. I got a bass. It's over there. I don't feel like getting up and getting it. It's got some pickups in it of some kind, including a humbucker. I know it's got that, so it thumps.
Yeah.
The Ernie Ball Stingray kind of thump.
Oh my God, you should see my P bass.
Yeah, but I got a P bass. P bass.
I tried a Stingray for a while. I liked it. It didn't stick
Yeah.
long.
They all got their kind of little
Oh yeah.
ooh.
Don't ooh. You see the action on that.
Oofta May.
It's about the same as mine.
I used to be in a band. I played this. It used to say the pimple of God on it.
People of God.
It was. I got a.
Let me guess. You played bluegrass by the
Yeah.
looks of it.
I had this sticker from Temple of the Dog. I cut out all the letters and rearranged them, and it said the pimple of God.
That's awesome.
This thing
Nice.
is such-
You
This
found the
is-
right channel, Jeremy. He's like, thank you for the welcome. Guitar Guy chat is always comfortable. As a bassist, I think you have to have a P bass and a Stingray minimally. Fuck yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah.
And, in case you throw your back out, a Steinberger. Just saying.
Or at least the harmony pedal to go lower with the guitar.
Or that, right? I did say that to my one bass player. He liked to drink even more than me, especially on stage. And I'm like, every once in a while I look at him, I'm like, you can be replaced by an octave pedal.
That's right.
And he's like, what?
But then
And
you
the
got to
drummer
find somebody
started
just wants
laughing,
to
and I'm
play
like,
bass
you can
lines
be
all night.
replaced by a machine.
That's okay. AI is going to replace all of us. So
This is true.
Yeah. Oh, it was a 5-string Stingray. Wow.
Oof.
Okay.
We're
Thank
joining
you.
the panel.
Front door open.
Yeah, that or someone just went out for a dart.
About 5 minutes, it'll happen again.
Right.
Yeah, same thing as I had a 5-string bass, an Ibanez. I liked that one, but again, it's kind of like one of those debates that I've heard on like some other channels about like, why do basses need to have more than 4 strings? Like, what's the point of having a 5
Why do
string?
guitars need to
What's-
have more than 4 strings? I don't understand that either.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I think what it comes down to, and I mean, it's the same thing with like extended range. I mean, I still do have the baritone telly, and
On the other hand, I think mostly the B string on a bass, and correct me if I'm wrong, Michael, it's just a thumb rest most of the time.
Yeah.
yeah,
it's cool to get those low notes easier sometimes. But
Yeah.
I'm a 4 person, but I do have fun with the 5. But I'm a 4.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. Is like, it's just having that little
Zach's anti-AI.
extended
That's
range.
right, Zach. Stay in the analog cult. What? Joe Elba says, I'm in for baritone telly. I like the idea. I can't play them myself. The strings are just too thick.
Ever since I
do it.
changed to the strings that I got in that trade, it's not so bad. But the
why I got rid
odd
of the
thing
bass
about
neck.
it is,
I couldn't play it.
yeah,
Cover your ears,
the
Ben.
odd
But
thing though is how it is.
I played a really nice Dano baritone. But wasn't mine.
Unicorns do exist.
So the default Fender strings on these are kind of bleh. And when I changed them out for the Ernie balls, the biggest difference you notice on it, on the strings, was the low string is actually like a 72. So it's actually thicker than what the default strings were on it. And
no.
everything else beyond that, A down to high E, is pretty much on like a lower, thinner level, like a slinky.
High B.
So, yeah, I think
B to B is a baritone.
the high E, well, sorry, high B. Thank you.
Well, I'm just saying, if we're talking baritone,
High B is
B to B.
is a 13, and
Really?
the low B is a
That's not bad.
72. So
Could be worse.
So it makes it like basically anything from 5 down is a lot more easier to kind of play around on.
He knows me well, Trav. He knows me well.
You can have read that in your voice too.
So I don't know necessarily in your case, Ben, if it would be the gauge thickness that would
the
be
lack of
the
hamstring.
issue. And that's what I was saying. Like, you probably would be looking at probably.
I had
like
issues for days after Monday night playing 12s for over an hour. Yeah, that was not smart. Well, yeah, my left hand, I've had issues with it on and off all fucking week.
Yeah.
2 days ago
I
was
wondered.
terrible. Yesterday was better. I was actually able to play guitar yesterday. I couldn't play guitar on Friday. Played a bit on Thursday. But yeah, most of the week could not play. And it's just because I should have went back and forth. But no, I got to play 12s the whole night.
Well, that's kind of why I don't like hopping from gauge to gauge.
But that guitar did do a thing, and anybody that tuned in Monday night heard it. Like, that thing with 12s was...
Yeah.
The wound G is a thing. Watching from the pool? Nice, Ronnie. Well, it's about freezing the last couple days here. Just.
I was just going to say, if you're watching from the pool in our area, that would be quite interesting. You could chisel your own ice for your drink.
Yeah, there's still ice fishing down the street from me.
I would not doubt that. There's still a shit ton of snow out there.
Calling for snow here next weekend.
We're supposed to, also get a deep freeze. Again, they're talking one more deep freeze before spring, like where it's going to go down to like minus 20 Celsius again for a good week or so. Yay! Not. Jeremy say, I used 12 flats for a while, but I didn't try to bend them. No, only a fool tries to bend flat wounds. I'd be that fool. Because if you play it all of a sudden, because a lot of times if you're just bebopping around, you don't feel it. Oh, we got a donation. Thank you, Mark Spurgeon.
Nice.
A little bit more to go towards Flying V. I'm like, the thing, it's the shape of a letter.
The thing that
Appreciate
won't
that.
have heavy strings on it.
I like watching those Bukovac videos where he's like bending the A string with his pinky.
I know. Fuck off.
Oh,
It must be nice to play 5 hours a day or more. Well, 8 hours a day on occasion or more. My sister says freezing rain tomorrow night, and then 20 centimeters of snow coming up on Wednesday, which is approximately 8 inches. Oh, great. Well, at least the driveway is clear and the asphalt, so it'll melt off.
Theoretically.
Hopefully. I'm already trying to. I'm watching the forecast though because I was like, I want to pick up the V before the deep freeze returns, so I don't accidentally check the fuck out of the paint trying to get it home. So there is that.
Make sure your
So
car's nice and warm.
In theory, I'm hoping to pick it up like a week from tomorrow, which it's supposed to be right around the freezing mark, which is fine because the van with the solar, and I'll have the heat cranked and such, for the drive home. So yeah, that's going to be interesting and fun and yay. So yeah, so tomorrow night's new pedal day. The next week, hopefully, new guitar day theme stuff. Which I guess I got to play then a fucking flying V for an hour. Oof, that's gonna be.
Gonna play it sitting down?
Yeah.
ding, 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 ding.
No, I'll play. I don't have a problem playing in the classical position, so it's different, but I adapt to it really quick. But I'll probably put a strap on as well, so it's not going to move around too much in the classical position.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, I have moments where I really am not a big fan of the Les Paul body style, even though I have 2 of them. But like I found when I had the V and I've had the SGs that I did find them the most comfortable to play.
I'm wondering, like, I keep buying Gibsons. Am I going to get a fucking Les Paul at some point in life? Probably not. Doesn't seem that way. I'm buying everything but. I think at this point I'll probably own a fucking SG before a Les Paul. And I don't care for SGs. But I'll find the one that doesn't neck dive and it'll be a fucking unicorn. And I'm like, great. And it'll be right around the time we pay off the V.
Probably.
Probably.
For one with a Bigsby.
Yeah.
Ooh, possibly. That would definitely
Yeah,
help.
that'll balance it out.
Yeah. Plus,
something
you don't
about
notice the
the
neck dive as much when you're
neck dive.
sitting down and playing. It's more when
Well,
you're
that's just
standing.
it too, right? If you're standing a lot, that's when the neck dive issue really creeps up the most.
Well,
So,
Bo,
like
weren't you supposed to get a Firebird like a year or 2 ago?
Oh yeah, that's
What
right.
happened to Operation Firebird? You were getting several guitars commissioned from that company down in Nashville, as I recall. Just throwing him under the bus, Trev, because he has to bring up Murphy Lab just to rub it in my fucking face.
I know. I
That's
thought.
what I was gonna say. Isn't it
Gloves
Murphy Lab
dropped
Fire?
immediately. Ooh. Well, Jeremy, our friend Matt McCullum just bought a Dean Cadillac last week. May have been high while purchasing.
Black Cadillac.
It's an all black Cadillac. This thing is badass, Mike. Yeah, black. It has a volute, so I threw up a little. But if you ignore the volute, black body, black top pickups, 3 of them. There it is.
Oh, he's got 3 pickups.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And he's already changed the knobs on it to black telly knobs.
That's
Which is
awesome.
badass.
There's the backside.
Oh,
Yeah.
did not expect that.
Caddy Select.
There's a smile. Huggy Bear himself. No, I dig it. It's part Les Paul, part Explorer. I mean,
That face just screamed, "Get off my lawn!"
don't touch me.
And don't touch me. Yes. That's his emotional support Cadillac.
Emotional support.
Well, I'm glad you like it here, Jeremy. Appreciate you swinging by.
It's raining.
Yep. We're definitely one of the more oh fuck, if I use my word laid back, that's even better. Corners of the community. How can you not like Uncle Larry, right?
'Cause I don't know why he's called Uncle Larry.
My wife thinks he's a dick.
A little bit.
Like,
He can be a little too aloof at times.
he's a little full of himself.
He can be. Well, yeah, but he's also got the resume to kind of back it up.
Oh yeah, he's got the goods to back it up. But if you didn't know who he was, you'd be like, "Oh,
Yeah, I could see
he's got
that.
a little arrogant."
Yeah. People have said that about other people I know on YouTube, but I'm not going to name names. Those who they were describing, or those who said the description.
Ben, it's okay. Go ahead and spoil it if it's me. Sorry.
It wasn't. I'm not saying it was my sister ranting about some YouTubers. What? I did not say that.
Is Amanda talking shit about Phil McKnight again?
Yeah, he's gonna get that.
My sister's like, what? I was going to text her. I'll just mention her impersonation. She went, oh, right. Like, yeah. That's okay. I have opinions on certain YouTubers as well.
Oh, we all do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody does.
You know, most are good. Some are bad. Although I have... And, you know, in all fairness, Mike, I'm not going to say who the prominent YouTuber is, but remember that time that we were hanging at a Buffalo meeting, and you're like, all right, well, I'm going to go hang out at this other guy's meeting for a bit, you know, 'cause he's a big deal, you know, no offense, right? I'm like, oh, yeah, and then I explained, you know, my backstory with him, and
I know.
you left, and you were literally back a minute and a half later, you went, fuck that guy, I unsubbed, not a patron anymore. I'm like, and I'm like, sorry. He goes, no, I can't unhear it. You know, it's like, well, you know, and I'm not going to say who it is because it's not fair because, you know, they could have had a bad day, but still.
Hey, Zach, Uncle Larry is Tom Bukovac.
Uncle Larry is Tom Bukovac, Zach. Now,
They
if
are
you're a
dead to
channel
me.
member or a patron and want to know the rest of that story and ask me at a Zoom hang, Water Buffalo meeting coming up this Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. I will tell you the rest of the story and who I'm talking about. And you too may change their opinion on this person. But that's all I can say, publicly. Just,
Well,
the last thing I need is them slagging me publicly too, because that would pretty much.
You're not talking about Charles, are you?
No.
That guy.
hey, look at there's a shocking lurker.
Well, it's perfect timing so people can see what all that's all about.
That's true.
Yeah, you can join us
Yeah,
Wednesday.
so what we call a Water Buffalo meeting is we do a Zoom hang twice a month where we get together and hang out and talk about everything in the world. All right, so my sister got one of the memberships. Time Surfing Alien got one. C. Serwin got one, sure. RJ Ronquillo got one.
That's what I'm
Andy
saying.
Carson got one.
Right on.
And I miss RJ on Saturday mornings.
And my sister just gifted a membership.
Paying it forward. Oh,
Jay Curiega.
not Michael Krause.
Yeah. It's almost like you'd think there was a bot controlling it and saying everyone else but Michael Krause.
I'm thinking
Sunsetting their
Michael
privilege.
Krause must have declined the option to opt into gifted memberships at some point on the
Yeah.
channel, and that's why.
He doesn't realize he did it.
Dude,
He clicked on the wrong thing.
he did. Would you like one? He's like, fuck no, it's Coombs. And then he went, oh, shit. You may win one, Jeremy, or you could just, click join. That's
Shit.
a- Matt
There we
just
go.
gifted
There goes
five
Matt.
memberships.
Does it require that they do their subs as public? Because maybe that
No.
negates it.
Also, I bitch about many YouTubers. Yes. You can also get a quick nap in. It's not much of a relaxing hang. I still remember the time when multiple people were asleep, and it was a daytime hang. It wasn't even a night hang.
No.
RJ the Mad One got a membership. Zach got one. Who else got one? For Real Funny got one. Katsumi KO got a membership. Jenny Ludes got a membership. Nice.
Yeah, welcome in.
Jim just
Well-
gifted a membership. What the hell's going on here?
Vinny's
And Vinny's
World.
World just received said membership. And there's Jenny lurking while working on some stuff. Good to see you, Jenny.
What's wrong with
Right
that?
on.
That happens too. People are like, oh, snag.
Maybe we could get another girl at a Buffalo meeting.
It happened once.
I know.
Yeah.
Two girls, one. Now we've had pop-ins and stuff, but they're all family members. Well, my sister's family member too. But yeah,
Yeah. Who was
they're
it?
always a bunch of fun.
Was it Arkansas?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. She and my sister were both at the same meeting once. But yeah, they're fun. What was it? Oh yeah, and ironically, I always say that Doug's wife is real, Terry. I just happened to look at channel membership today. It was at the lowest point in months because we had a bunch of gift memberships drop off and a couple other people dropped off. So it just happened. So ironically, we get a bunch of gifted memberships that bring it back up today. So
Pendulum always swings back.
yeah.
Yep.
Who knew? Well, Jenny's cool. Jenny cracks me up with some of her comments on my demos. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
She cracks me up, and I like it.
Yeah, I was gonna say too, in regards to like what you're saying about being on here. Like I said, I've been on here 16 years somehow, and
Oh, I
It's
found out a
very-
way to cut down on Hoseheads commenting on videos, Terry. But it
Oh,
sucks.
yeah?
You got to go back into every video that you've ever published. Is you can change the comments to subscribers only
oh,
and set the time frame. So I set it to like any time. So you do have to, at the minimum, subscribe to me if you want to troll me in any way. Like
Yeah.
you want to tune the guitar. Well, you're gonna have to subscribe to me to say that. And for you to remember to click back to unsub after I block your ass on my channel. Still raises the sub count. Thanks. What's up, Darren Forbes?
Right on.
hey darn. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like over the amount of years that you're on here, especially like when you're talking about like 6+, you definitely have your share of people that you're fans of, people that you do not like, people you could care less, and you definitely have you yourself as well. You have your lovers and your haters.
I do. But I'm also a bit of a lover and a hater myself, so it's okay. So I'm noticing the talk about affordable guitars in the chat, and I will say I've gigged with affordable guitars. In fact, most of my gigging career was with affordable guitars. The most high-end... Well, no, I did have the vintage Telly for gigging near the end, but beyond that,
Michael Chris.
mostly Epiphone Les Pauls, a J. Tercer Les Paul, but it didn't matter. I was going through an MXR full bore metal. I could plug anything through that, and it's going to sound... and there's no mids and all the gain. So there's that. But on the other hand, they also became consumable because frets wear out faster. Electronics, if they get even a little wet, will start fucking up, same as pickups. Whereas you can get pretty sweaty on a higher end guitar as long as you clean it later and stuff. You know. Well, that was the thing, Jeremy. I put a piece of tape over the logo, not because I was embarrassed, but more people were like, oh, that sounded awesome tonight. Well, yeah, because I had $1,000 pedal board. So that helped. And then I'm like, play this guitar. Now, it's the best J. Tercer I've ever played in my life. A bunch of them played like shit, but I gigged with Epiphone Les Pauls forever as well. Sweet! All right, 2 weeks from tonight, the triumphant return of Charles 75N. What?
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Ooh.
You got it. Well, there we are. Yay, breaking news. So, yes. But on the other hand, I'll say that, but yes, as you go up in quality, it's not like, and Terry and I have discussed it for years, like a $2,000 guitar is not 10 times better than a $200 guitar, but it's sure as hell probably 3 to 4 times is better. overall.
Yeah.
Starting right with quality wood for that body and neck, and then go from there. Everything else is going to be better quality. I'm not saying it's 10 times the quality, but it's definitely several steps above that $200.
Oh, you should have seen the shitty stuff we got when I was a kid.
Right?
Cheap guitar. Plywood.
Yep. Oh, and that was the other. Like, when I didn't really have a choice when I started playing, I could have bought something cheap, but I would have been literally openly mocked by my father, because his deal was, okay, so for your first guitar, never buy new, buy used. And the reason being is if you buy used and you didn't take to it after 2 months, like 90% of the people that buy a guitar, you could sell it and get your money back out of it, because he had zero faith in me learning how to play guitar. Showed you, Pops. But I get it. You know, like, he was just playing the odds. And, you know, being an idiot 8th grader, you know, whatever. So I had two choices. I could buy a Fender or a Gibson. So I ended up with both by the end of high school. Not to brag, but I did. And I worked my ass off to do it. But yeah, I mean, so that way, yeah, my first guitar was a 70s Les Paul. Jeez, they weighed almost as much as I did. Played it sitting down a lot. So tail heavy too. But yeah, I agree with Billy. Like, my friends were all playing like Hondos, Profiles.
My first guitar was a Hondo Melody Maker knockoff.
Right? Yeah, one of my best friends had a Hondo SG, like Cherry SG. And I just thought that was the coolest looking thing. But then once I looked inside and saw it was plywood, I went, oh.
But then again, I'm playing it. I had no point of reference, so this shitty guitar was like the coolest thing ever.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was the thing, though. For me, I always had a bit of soft spot, because as shitty as that Hondo SG was, he'd bring it over, and before I got my Les Paul, I was playing my dad's vintage Telly, and his guitar sounded way cooler going through the amp than mine, because it had humbuckers, and it was pushing the amp that little bit more, so it was breaking up a bit. And whereas I'm just going plink, plink, plink with the cleanest tone ever, because I had zero gain on the amp, because I'm playing through a silver-faced fucking Fender amp that was my dad's as well, till I got my own rig. Then I discovered pedals. I'm like, oh! Sounds like a rough childhood. Different. No. My dad was always a realist, Jeremy. As he said, it's the music business, not the music have funness. And if you're going to get into it, because he was a gigging musician for a number of years who was bringing home enough of a paycheck to offset my mom's income and us how, you know, pay the bills or what have you.
My dad.
I'm like, I want to do that. And he said, no,
my dad threw away one of my guitars.
Oh, I can't see who did that.
I
brought home a BC Rich Gunslinger style guitar. I don't know if it was an actual gunslinger, because it was bottom line, it was plywood. Piece of single humbucker, single volume control. And he's just like, what the hell? He saw that Batwing headstock. He's like, what the hell is this? Well, it's pretty cool. Eh? He's like, no. First of all, humbuckers don't belong in Strats. I'm like, well, the 80s would say something different. And I own many PV Rages over the years. Unbelievable. Because for the most reason was when I taught guitar, I would come to your house to give the lesson. And so I would bring my Strat with a PV Rage, because the Strat with the oversized case, I could put a cable in there. If I had a stomp box or a tuner, it could all fit in that case. So it's just boom, you know, one in each hand, no problem. And then I'd show and a backpack that had a collapsible music stand and books. So yeah. Yeah, that was my teacher rig for several years.
Yeah, that
a couple PV Bandits.
There's so many PVs around here back in the day, because it was all country music, dominated the area for live music, and the local music store was the PV dealer.
Yeah, we had a PV dealer. 90% of the amps in the store were PVs.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I got rid of the tube tester, because like every backline was PV solid state. So I was like, well, what do I need a tube tester for? Tubes are And I remember pricing it out because that place always charged full MSRP, never MAP, to the point where, and I found packs of strings from high school, like why I still have the packs, I don't know, used strings inside. $10 for a pack of strings back in high school. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And so I remember to retube the Vibrolux, it was going to cost me over $300. I was like, fuck, I could buy an amp.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, parts for guitars back in the 80s going into the 90s were like extremely expensive, like what you could actually pay for a whole single instrument nowadays.
Oh, Jeremy says he don't know Mockingbird for kicks. So do I. For kicks. And it's cheap. I'm pretty sure it's plywood. Bolt-on neck.
Bolt-on, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like $150, and it was Valentine's Day, and I wanted a purple BC Rich. And then I got it signed because I'm colorblind. I went, I bought a blue BC Rich. It looked more purple in the store. But, yeah.
Mhm.
And I can't remember what it was. It was either Mark Taft or Richard Shanahan that said, I was in at this pawn shop because it was near Taft's place. And he's like, I just saw the cheesiest guitar I've seen in years. And I'm like, oh, do tell. He's like, yeah, it was like a blue or purple Mockingbird. I'm like, oh, yeah? He's like, yeah, cheap NJ series, like less than $200. I'm like, you don't say. And I literally stopped in the next day on my way into work and snagged it. So, and it's got FU tone pickups in it. Because why not?
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. And that was my D standard guitar. Well, it still is technically. It's
We
got
had a local blues guy that played a Mockingbird, but it was an old school, real neck through, 300 switches, coal body, but it's not exactly a blues guitar.
I replaced the guitars, not the X. I was like, well, I don't know. When I was in a relationship, I was a gigging musician that owned like 3 or 4 guitars. Now I have no girl, but 24 guitars. Much happier now.
And you're Jay Tercer.
They don't talk back. The Jay Tercer, Terry, is worn out. And I say worn out to the point where it's not worth putting any money into, right? Because it was a $200 guitar, new. The nut, which was a cheap plastic nut, has worn down to the point where the first fret is more like a 0 fret. There's a ton of buzz because, it's literally the strings have sawn through the nut after hundreds of hours of playing.
You tune down a half step and put on a capo.
It used to be that guitar. It was funny. That guitar started life, standard tuning. It may have had 10 through 46 from the factory, but doubtful. But my buddy had 9 through 42s on it. I put 9 through 42s on it. Joined a metal band. Immediately went through 11 through 48s and drop C tuning for years. Went back to 9 through 42 in standard tuning. And just wore that nut out as a result.
Just a little.
Yeah.
See you around.
And the frets are dented considerably, so I'm not spending the money to do a fret job on it. So it sits in a guitar case now. See you, Earl.
Later, Earl.
And it did what it served its purpose, did what it did, and had fun doing it. That's why if you see old pictures of me gigging and I'm playing a Cherry Burst, it's the Jay Tercer.
Yeah.
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 I could like guitar and travel all over Southern Ontario. Get countless hours of rehearsals, jams. I liked it too because if you looked at a Gibson or an Epiphone Les Paul standard, basically the width of the binding, if the guitar was that much thinner. It was lighter, which was great. So I'd always play it. If we're doing a 90-minute or longer set, I'll play that one. Give me the option.
There you go. See you, Chris.
See you, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
then I got into, after I was playing the metal band, then I started doing the cover band thing, playing tellies, because I wanted to do the opposite of a high gain Les Paul, so I played a low gain telly,
GMT.
which then put me into YouTube world where I was known as the telly guy. I'm like, I got quite a history of Les Pauls as well. But I sold most of them. I have one Epiphone Les Paul left, and it's gone microphonic, so I don't play it anymore. Again, I don't feel like putting new pickups in it for an old, worn-out, almost 30-year-old Epi Les Paul.
Mm-hmm.
That was beat to fuck when I bought it.
Mm. Oh yeah.
Yeah. With the one that I refinished multiple times. Rattle can every time.
I was looking. Epi just put out a 3 pickup Les Paul custom.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, ooh.
And then I looked on Sweetwater. They didn't have one under 11 pounds.
Oh wow.
I was like, no.
Now you know how they got rid of the heavy ones.
That's I remember, the last year or so that I was in the metal band, I had 2 Epiphone Les Pauls, a standard and a custom. So one was black with chrome hardware, the other one was black with gold hardware. I got the standard first, and they named it Betty because of Black Betty. So, named all the guitars, because all my guitars lived in cases, so I had to label a case to know what the hell. Had to put some kind of name. Black Les Paul isn't enough, so there's all Les Paul cases lined up. So then I got the custom, and I was like, well, what goes with Betty? And Veronica goes with Betty. So it was Betty and Veronica for quite a while, with a white Axel Les Paul style guitar that actually my girlfriend owned that I gigged with. Miss that guitar. Don't miss her. Miss that guitar, though. Hand wound pickups.
So I was laughing earlier, and a man just commented about not missing the girlfriends.
Nope. Nope. No, she'd have a fit over this. Like I care. There you go. Playing guitar, house to myself while this runs in the background. Lurking and licking. Nice, Jeremy.
Nice.
Well, that's pretty much it. That's me in a nutshell. Spend time down here every day. Hands willing.
Shit.
That reminds me, Steve's Music Store closing all those locations, and then they say, oh, we've put up some discount deals on our clearances, and I go and I look and I'm like, $100 off. Ooh, that's a deep discount.
They can only go so much, though, without violating rules with suppliers, because they're not actually closing all the stores. They're keeping one open.
If they're keeping a store open, they can't go on their map.
Yeah, exactly. And all the stuff
Montreal,
most of the stuff, like by the time it hit the news, the shelves were already 80% bare, and it was like 50% off, but it's like capos and picks and strings.
Yeah. Yeah, I think their last store is going to be downtown Montreal, and everything else online.
Yeah, which is funny. They called it their flagship store. I'm like, but you started in Toronto. How is that your flagship store? But they had like Toronto, Ottawa, and I want to say 3 locations in Montreal. So I get it.
Yeah.
I agree, Matt. I was doing my Orange Sparkle Gretsch through the Supernode, and I've got it set a certain way. I'm not giving away the settings until you hear it tomorrow night. Tune in, Canucks with Guitars, 8 p.m. Eastern. Going to be playing the Supernode. Probably using the Mexican Telly, because that's what I use for pedal demos. Oh, you do pedal demos, Ben? Haven't in years, but did. Might do some again sometime. Not sure. It takes a lot more work than snagging a guitar for 5 to 8 minutes. What's up, Glenn?
Rock Daddy.
And Rock Daddy.
Cheers, brother.
Yeah, Rock Daddy. Well, that would be a good reason why to keep it open.
It'd be the same profit margin, Ronnie, because every guitar store sells at MAP these days. Like everybody pretty much sells at MAP. That's why it used to be, actually, I remember you would go in, you would always say their price and then our price, or retail and then our price. Our price was always MAP, or as close to MAP as possible. So then if you went in and, it's 6 1/4, will you do 6? Yeah, because MAP is 6. That's why we have it priced at 6 1/4. So you feel like you won.
You're getting a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I'll do 6 if you buy a case too. Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, I noticed that with Long and McQuaid, most of their locations all have a
Everything's
similar
MAP.
price, or maybe $20 difference or something.
No, they're all the same.
stupid little
Unless
amount.
it's used, Terry, they're
Yeah.
all the same price. Everything's the
Yeah.
same. And that could be for any store, whether like whoever owns it across the country. And then same as like in the US, Guitar Center has to charge the same as whoever
Sweetwater.
else. I don't know who their competition is. Christ, CME, Sweetwater. There you go.
The only way there's a way they get around that though. If you notice, like Sweetwater or
Demos,
Guitar Center has
returns.
they
Yeah.
have exclusives. They'll have like something an exclusive finish, and then they can mess with the prices on those
Yes.
because it's not a competition thing.
And even then, they'll jack up the price initially, but then when we lower it, it's really just the same price as the regular run in the regular color.
Yeah, like Guitar Center right now has Les Paul Customs with P90s. Nobody else has those.
I wasn't familiar with Wilson and Lee, Zach. I hadn't heard of them.
That place out here, Rufus Guitars. Remember I went there when I was doing
Yeah.
L&M? Yeah, they went. They're down.
Oh, no. That was a good place. That was a big place.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool store.
Fuck. Floor models, yeah, because floor models, like demos, that'd be like with long
It's like
they have a
used.
certain amount of their inventory that they'll actually rent out. So what will happen is, okay, guitars, let's say it's $2,000, gets rented out once, twice, they're going to knock $50 off the price and call it a demo or used or something to that effect. If they rent it out 10 times, now it's $1,900, maybe even $1,850. If they rent it out a ton, it's going to be a $1,400 guitar. It'll probably look like a used guitar at that point, but I would say snag it up because if it's been rented that much, it's probably a kick-ass piece of gear.
Another trick that I've been seeing dealers do on Reverb, they'll list new product on Reverb as mint.
Yes. Fucking right, it better be.
And it's brand new,
Yeah.
but they can't advertise it as new at that price, so they just say mint.
Yeah, it reminds me, Long and McQuaid has a special edition Boss Katana in the Long and McQuaid blue. I was like, ooh.
It's still a Boss Katana.
Yeah.
Ugh. Don't get me started on modeling amps. You want to hear a rant?
It's okay for what it is. And for the price is right for it. It's a solid state amp for $200.
If you need something just to make enough noise to play in a room by yourself, fine. Just
The
don't
clean
expect
sound-
to
the
do
clean
anything
sound on
to
it
make
is pretty
professional
decent.
with it.
Distortion sucks, but the clean sounds on them are good.
And that's something I still got to wrap my head around.
Yeah.
Not everybody's going to play it out of their house. Not everyone's going to be playing on some form of a stage. But still, that's the bar I hold between professional gear and amateur gear.
It's a beginner's amp.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you don't know
Or,
about,
backstage practice amp, whatever.
if you don't know about pedals or amps
Yep.
or anything, you have all the different flavors in there. You can figure out what you like.
When I got back into when I was trying around, I used to have a little PV Viper I'd take around with me to jams and stuff like that just because it made a noise. Would it keep up with a drummer? Fuck no. But for me just to sit and give a lesson or what have you, or just jam a one-on-one with somebody, it did the job. And then it would be like, oh, we're going to jam. Okay. Is there going to be a drummer? Yes. Well, I'm showing up with a fucking tube amp.
The
Or
100.
do you still own that? I remember one buddy would always host you. I'm like, still got that PV Classic 30s over there? Yep. All right. Dibs. Not claim provided.
Yeah,
I've never
like I
played
said-
one. I heard they're decent.
I liked it. Yeah. People say they say more like the Classic 50 is supposed to be like a Fender, and the Classic 30 is supposed to be more like an AC30. But I think honestly, the Classic 30 to me was just a 30-watt version of the 50. That's what is more to me. I could be wrong on that, but it reminded me a lot of my Blues Deluxe because I was looking to buy that same Classic 30 off the guy, and then he sold it to another guy. And I told you, I said I was going to snag it off you next week. And he said, "Oh," I'm like, "That's why you're fucking blocked in life, loser." If you're watching and lurking, Ken knows exactly who the fuck I'm talking about too. He's heard the rants. So yeah, and then so I end up snagging the Blues. I keep pointing because it's behind me. The Blues Deluxe, which actually Shanahan found for me, although I would have seen it as soon as I opened up Kijiji at some point, anyways. He's like, I think I found your, in capital letters, amp, and you can get a deal from this guy. And I look, and it was literally the owner of Arden's Music had it up, but it was his son's amp, so he was selling it on the side. I'm like, oh, okay. So I did a super low ball, and he accepted it. He's like, I want this much. I'm like, I want to pay you about 70% of what you're asking. He's like, fine. He lost wiggle room, too, because his son was joining the military. So he's like, yeah, he's moving to Nova Scotia. You really want to take the money with him? I'm like, I bet he fucking does. I'm like, you could buy it off him and then resell it, but no. Jeff K had one. Yeah, I like the dirty channel on it with a telly. It was just off. I didn't even use any pedals. I just remember that was my cool thing, was because it was the only time I ever played just directly into an amp without anything pushing it. And with my Mexican telly, it did the job, especially because those were hot pickups. The whole classic series round. I wouldn't say all the classic series because I've got a classic 50 upstairs from the 70s, and I don't think he was working for PV in the 70s. Although it wasn't called a classic 50 there, it was just called a classic.
Yeah.
Is that the one that's like a basement? It's got four tens or two 12s?
Nope. 212s with square magnets. It's that fucking old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the dual power switch, so you got a 50.
Is it tweed? Is it the tweed one or the black one?
Black.
Oh, okay. Because
They
they
had
did
a
a tweed. They did a tweed one too. That was like a basement.
Had it for sale for a year and a half. No bites.
Yeah. Well, what does it weigh?
That's not bad.
No. This is like Fender twin territory.
No.
No.
Well, it's more like same as my Blues Deluxe, if not lighter.
No. That's
Maybe only be 112 in it, come to think of it. I thought it was 212s. I can't remember now. I got it in a trade for one of my Epiphone Les Pauls. Which is why I don't have any black Epiphone Les Pauls anymore. Traded one for an amp, and when I left the band, sold one to the other guitar player, so he had a backup guitar. Mm-hmm. Which he immediately then sold to a pawn shop because I saw it in there 2 weeks later, Trev. Like 3 weeks. I'm like, wow, they didn't wait to hold it for a month. He just outright sold that motherfucker. Like, you bastard.
Wow.
I say that considering they still owe me money. But I'm not bitter.
Another cool amp you can get for dirt cheap,
Yes.
and you laugh. It's a Crate Vintage Club 30. I had one of those for years. It's a great amp. Well, it's got two channels. It's kind of like the Hot Rod Deluxe. Clean channel, awesome. Loud, clean. Distortion channel, nah. Could pass on it, but
Well, that was the thing I liked about the
it was a-
Classic. You could
it
run
was-
parallel mode too, so you run clean and dirty at the same time.
oh,
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, story of the Valve Kings. One channel's good, one channel's meh.
I remember Valve Kings. Who had a Valve King? Richie had a Valve King for years. 212 combo. That was the amp he was gigging with when I met him.
I had
Oh,
a 50-watt combo for a little bit.
I don't remember what the wattage was, right? I just remember him having that amp when I met him. And then he got... Shit, he might have had that till he got the Seafoam Bastard.
Hmm.
To which was still a combo amp when he got it. And then he separated it because he was sick of lugging around a 410 combo amp. Which I get. So then he separated to a head and cab. Then he got a 410 Marshall cab and played that head through that forever and loved that. I don't even know what he's doing now. I think he's got oversized Mesa 212 cab.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I thought it was a 412 Mesa cab. And it was oversized 212. Damn. Still running stereo like myself because once you start, it's really hard to not. It just sounds like something's missing when I only turn on one amp in here. Just
Gotta remember when I had that PV special 112, 160 watts solid state.
I
I
remember those.
remember people saying when I was working at South Bay Cove Marina and I had it cranked playing music through it, people were complaining from halfway across the
Well,
bay.
that's what I wanted. That was
Well, water,
kind of where my dream amp-
sound carries
in high
over water
school.
too.
Yeah, that was one of my dream amps in high school because they were loud as fuck and it would make a pedal platform, no problem. And then I don't know what happened. Got a handful of different amps over the years, but could never afford a good amp. Always had decent guitars, decent pedals, shitty amps until the last, 10 years. And that was forced upon me even because Shanahan told me when we were reforming Smile Harder during rehearsal. And I even gigged. Mark has the amp now, the Frontman 212 amp. I could hear it. He could not hear me ever. And he's like, if you want to stay in this band, you need to get a tube amp because I can't hear you. Like, okay. Done. And then that's when we found the Blues Deluxe. And I don't know how many hours are on that thing at this point. Hundreds. Not to mention leaving it on for days on end. There's always that. Haven't done that in a while, but
I've done that a billion times.
Yeah. And it's
Come
never
back 2
when
days
you
later,
come
you're like,
back
"Oh,
later
shit."
in the same day or even the next day. It's always like, well, I haven't played guitar in about 4 days. Oh, really?
Yeah. I was just going to
4
say
days.
that. I remember
And
that.
4 days. Yeah.
I think one instance you actually went a week.
Yep. Oh, it's...
And it was just like...
Oh. No, the worst was, showing up for a rehearsal and seeing your amp on standby, and you're like, oh, it's been a week since we've been in this room. Oh, well, at least it was on standby and not on just on. Just hanging.
Wow.
Yeah, with like a tuner pedal just muting the signal or something. I've done that before. Walking, why do I hear a hiss? Oh no.
Yeah, I've seen guys in bands do that too. You come a week later and stuff's still on.
Yeah. It's actually worse to turn the stuff on and off repeatedly than just leave it on, like light bulbs. That's why light bulbs generally used to always blow when you were just turning them on.
I miss those kind of light bulbs.
I know, not like now where you're sitting there, all of a sudden you get flash, 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 and it's out. You're like, wow, fortunately it put me into an induced seizure right before burning out. That's great, What's up, paint namer? Nice. 2 amp setup is addictive. Yes. Fully agreed.
Not to talk about somebody when he's not here on screen, but Terry's looking great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I think he's been taking that Fountain of Youth thing that Zach Thong has. Just saying. Could be wrong. Oh, and I should mention tonight, if we do raise $50, I have another vintage form of ID. Oh no, we might be close to that now. God damn it. I just realized that. All right, we're almost there now. I'll just say. Although, do I count the gifted memberships? Because I won't see that till next month. No, I won't. Only virtual tips count. Why? Because it's my driver's license from 1993, I believe, Michael B. Looking rough. I assume I was hungover.
I think I was 25.
Yeah, I think I might have been 21.
I would have been 31.
Just a guess.
It's still involved in my trial marriage.
Huh. I got married at 30, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a starter wife.
I almost did.
I waited. I didn't. I was. Yeah. Let's not make this mistake.
My sister was 15, yes, and would come over and clean my apartment. Or at least do the dishes. We'll do your dishes if we can hang out here. Yes. And then my roommate would be
That's
like,
because you had weed, right?
also yes.
But
But I think if she even had any of it, it would be like one hit and like, okay, we're good, type thing. It was more like she had some friends that lived in town, so a place for them to hang out. And then my roommate would be like, why is your sister here? I'm like, she's doing the dishes. That's all I need to know. And I paid her. There we go. Possibly in weed.
Here's $10 in crappy tire money and 2 ounces.
She said like $10.
So what's that router thing that you got?
I hated doing dishes, so I would outsource that shit.
Ben, that router thing that you got.
Yes.
Mike, Rock Daddy's talking about 2 amps and an ABY. Every time I try that, I get like all kinds of weird noises, like crap noises. Is that what that fixes?
No. But a good ABY should also have like a phase switch because you could be out of phase, and that's why it's so. The other option, you just got to turn one amp on and off repeatedly until it sounds good.
Get a good one like a radial.
Yeah, radial.
Yeah, I'm talking about
you won't have problems.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, because also they have a buffer / true bypass. Because sometimes the true bypass can be noisy, so you do a buffer and it quietens it up. And fuck it, who cares?
So how was that router different than an ABY?
The router is more. Well, you could technically run this. I guess
you could
with the amps back in through the effects loop, so you could do it that way. And run it in parallel mode, which would be like a Y. And it does have a phase switch. So, yeah. Because, I think Chris may have been running his that way. And I was like, really? Because my plan is to throw an effects pedal in each loop and then blend them together.
It's basically 2 effects loops that are
So
switched.
give 2 effects loops in your board.
But also, I was thinking I wouldn't mind a couple more of these because I'd like to have like 5 pedals in each loop, so it keeps them kind of quieter rather than one long run, like especially with overdrives, which I have part of the master build. Bingo Bango, which is a 2-channel loop without all the switching options. So I'm going to have like some overdrives in this loop, maybe some overdrives in this loop, or possibly modulation in that loop. Not sure yet how exactly that's going to work. Probably 3 overdrives in each one, maybe. I don't know. Fuzzes in one, overdrives in another. just to try to cut down on the noise and just tone decay by going through so many pedals. And that's a pedal I got from JJ when he sent me the pedal board. Never used it once. It's only had the pedal board for 7 years. That's fine. But I still have it because I'm a dude and we don't throw anything away. At least on purpose.
I was going to say Mesa actually made something that was dead quiet. Clone cab box.
I have a cab clone box.
The Mesa one was terrible.
Oh!
At least the version 1.
As he reaches over one-handed while holding a joint for counterbalance.
Oh, that's an ADA though.
ADA.
Oh, that's an old one.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, actually, that's kind of cool looking, actually.
Edge center for mic placement knob. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and it's got all the options on the back.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool.
You got a ground lift. You got line level, mic level.
Does that go between your amp and your speaker? Or
I
just,
have no idea. I got it from
I'm just
Paul.
wondering if you could just use
I'm
that.
not even sure if it works.
It's like a power soak thing.
Is
there.
it made in California? I bet it is.
I was going to say
Negative
I think
center.
that-
No, negative center. And I don't know if regular power supplies are negative centers or not.
Yes.
Pin negative.
9-volt negative center is pedal power.
All right. So it says pin negative. Is that the pin in here? Yeah, it must be the pin in there, which would be the center. Oh, yeah. There. That's what it says on there. All right. Yeah, God, never used it.
I just picked this up. It's a rechargeable power supply.
I was going to say, because otherwise that looks like a pack of pencil crayons.
And you can charge your phone.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Ben,
I have an old style where it has to plug into a wall outlet, but one of my 2 power supplies has 3 or 4 AC plugs on the top of it, so I can daisy chain my power supplies that way.
Oh.
Yeah. I suppose I can plug an amp into it too, for that matter. Yeah, I plugged other stuff into it, but it's nice to have 3 or 4 wall warts on the top.
I don't know if I would trust plugging an amp into it, though. It's a lot of draw out of that little... It's
Oh, I
has
got
a
it
wall
on
wart.
Amazon. Bill, it should be fine.
Yeah, it's got a wall wart. That little skinny wire, I don't know, is going to handle that much juice.
That's what
Might get a
basically
little- might get a little warm.
milliamp power
Might get-
supplies
Might
off
get a
each
little
other.
warm.
When I should have actually an actual power bar to run them off of, at the very least.
Oh, this basement has got to be a fire hazard. I got so many power strips and extension cords going.
so I have a
It's an
gig question.
octopus.
I got gigs coming up for the first time on guitar.
Oh, yeah?
Yay! CSS.
This first gig's fine.
Hey,
like,
Amanda.
amps in the room. We're only going to amp the vocals, right?
Yep. That's what I always did for years.
Right.
Although, if you do have a kick mic available, just in case, because sometimes you need
Yeah.
to mic the kick as well.
Yeah, I think their rules are pretty set. But what I see other guys do, like Steve Starlacci or Rhett or any of these guys, and they talk about DI, needing a good DI.
Yes.
What?
You do.
Why would I ever need that?
No, that's for an acoustic guitar.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
Because your acoustic guitar, 99.9% of the time, is just going to be going directly into the mixer board because you have an onboard preamp with your piezo system.
Yeah.
And although
Or if you're using a
guy
modeler.
any guy who's worth his salt as a sound guy has DI boxes,
Yeah.
like it's just a fact
If
of
they're
life.
going to mic my kit, they're going to have a DI box. That's
Well, you have one for keyboards. You have one for. I remember it was funny. I had a keyboard player show up at a gig, and I didn't and I told them flat out, like when I promote, I'm like, I don't have DI boxes. I don't do DI boxes. I know what the costs are because I want good ones. Blah blah blah. And I noticed because most singer-songwriter types that played acoustic sets around the area all had their own DI box.
Okay.
So I thought, well, why do I need one if all the competent people have one? And this keyboard player, and I didn't even know this band had a keyboard player, to be honest with you. And they were pissed, not only because there was no DI box, but also there's no supplied amp for them. Even though, Mike, their fucking bass player and guitar player brought their own amps.
Huh.
And he's like, well, I don't have an amp. I go through the PA system. I'm like, well, that sounds... And then go back, then you feed it back through the monitors for me. I'm like, well, that sounds like a you problem, dude. Because I'm only running vocals through the monitor mains and monitors.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, do you have a DI box? I'm like, nope. I'm like, music store down the street, still open for another half hour. I suggest you get over there. Hope they have one in stock. They don't.
Yeah, like even the Helix when I was playing bass, my last gigs were
Yeah.
they have
And then I said, well,
already. So
you might want to be nice and talk to one of the other bands, maybe borrow one of their guitar amps, to play through. Ugh. Be so limited sonically if I'm playing through a guitar amp. I'm like, or you could go fuck yourself, you dickhole and poser. You're a fucking keyboard player. First of all, my girlfriend could snap you in half because you're a fucking keyboard player. And even though I know Mike's got a keyboard right there, Mike, dedicated keyboard players in bands has never been a tough guy in a band. That was ever the keyboard player. Who's starting the fight in the band? Generally the bass player or the drummer. They are generally the ones starting fights. I am finishing them, for that matter. Because drummers are fucking crazy. Strong as fuck. Because they beat on shit all day.
And they're usually drunk.
No, I remember at a party a keyboard player challenged me to a fight, and that never happens because I'm not intimidating. But this little guy, he was so mad at me. I think I threw up on him or something.
I remember.
That might do it.
That's good cause.
Well, the part of the story was coming back as I was telling it,
Not to date myself as far as what year this would be, but the Canadian band Glue Leg was playing, and they have a keyboard player. And I was drinking tequila, and I could get a little ornery drinking, and by drinking tequila, I mean straight tequila all night.
Ooh.
No chaser, no mix, no nothing. And I don't know if I was heckling and that I got into a chirping match with their keyboard player. And I couldn't see the security doing this in front of the stage. I didn't notice those dudes because I'm just looking past them at the keyboard player. And my buddy's like, come on, it's not worth it. Come on. Like, plus, you don't fight. I'm a skate. Like, I was like 118 pounds and 6'1". Like, I have no business starting a fist fight. But I was like, and I distinctly remember yelling, it's okay, I can take him. He's a keyboard player.
That's awesome.
I know. Such a bird.
Is this the guy from Duran Duran?
Pretty much. Yeah. Literally, like, no offense, but I swore the man had AIDS the whole second half of Duran Duran's career. He just kept getting more white and opaque and white. Like, just platinum blonde hair. And the keyboard players, you want to go? I'm like, yes, let's do this. Seriously. And my buddy's like, you really want to get a fight with a keyboard player from Glue Leg? Is it worth it? I'm like, he's like, you'll get banned from the venue. I'm like, I don't care. It's a college bar, and I don't attend this college.
The keyboardists are the best musicians in the band a lot of times, though.
They are, but still, they're...
And they let everybody know, too.
Yeah. They never scream much info. Yeah, you know how you fuck over a keyboard player? You tune down a half step.
They have a button.
Now, back in the day, they didn't. They're like, you motherfucker. I'm like, yep. You're playing all the black keys, and good luck figuring out your chords now, motherfucker.
I was going to say, actually, a rock keyboard thing is to play the black keys and the guitars play E flat, and it's perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, all black keys are E flat, right?
Yeah, it's perfect. That's Eddie Van Halen.
It's kind of like, playing C and everything's white keys.
Yeah. And the black keys is the pentatonic scale, too.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
That's,
Yeah,
that's the only thing I know about keys.
Grips right there. Zoop. I love keyboards.
Tune a grand piano down a half step. Yeah,
Oh my god.
that'd be cool.
That would be a lot of work. Oh, imagine that.
I
if
also
you
don't
did-
drink tequila. Well, I don't drink it all anymore, but I swore off tequila after a while.
I know a girl that turned into a lesbian when she drank tequila.
Yeah. Fucking been there. Yeah. I just saw Zach's comment. That'd be fun to watch. It was, Zach. It was.
I think the last time I almost got in a fight was at an AC/DC show. And I almost got into a fight with two guys. Like two
Damn.
separate occasions during the night. It's like, what the fuck? I don't fuck with anybody, but it was just guys messing with me. And
Right.
some biker guy sitting behind me. He kept touching the top of my head, like rubbing the top of my head. I'm like, And at one point, I grabbed his hand, and that's when things got ugly.
No doubt.
And then some
Yeah.
other guy was sitting, in the aisle, and I had to get up and go take a piss, get a beer or whatever. And I was like trying to squeeze through, and him and his girlfriend were like, you move your legs over a little bit, let somebody squeeze through.
Right.
Wasn't doing it. And I bumped into his leg, and he stood up and shoves me, and he's like, "Ugh." It's like, don't show off in front of your girlfriend with me.
Right.
I touched your leg. I'm sorry.
Don't make me embarrass you. Make you embarrass yourself in front of your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't been in a fist fight since high school, so
Yeah, but if it takes it, that's the worst people to get into a fist fight with. Because
So-
usually the ones that are all chirping, they haven't either.
yeah. Either way, I wanted to see the rest of the show.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Cat. We're going to go a little bit longer here, folks. Celebrate Terry's birthday.
Yeah.
Community hang. Long weekend. Tomorrow's family day here in Ontario.
How's it feel to be 30?
Not bad.
Yeah.
Fuck, do I even remember that far ago?
So I said it's funny to be 50.
I remember that better
and
than my
feel like I was
40th
young.
birthday party, which I kind of remember. And then I had a second one. I kind of remember that. But I don't recommend 40th birthday parties with musicians.
Oh God.
No. Might as well have been legal drinking age party, essentially. I remember thinking I drank because I ran out of booze drinking one of my girlfriend's coolers. But no, Trev, it was just a Mickey-sized Smirnoff flavored vodka, not a cooler. 40% alcohol. I'm drinking it like it's a cooler.
Ooh.
Wondering why and then decided to do cocaine for the first time in my life. You want to do a line? Sure. Really? I'm like,
That just opens up round 2.
yeah. No, things went sideways from there because that was about the last thing I needed.
What's worse than a drunk? A wide awake drunk.
Right. It didn't really do much to me. It was also, I probably shouldn't have done the bong hit right before it too, which you shouldn't mix those at a certain age. It does weird things to the heart. Just woke up, Tom. Good to see you. I mean, what else are landmark birthdays for? All I remember, Jeremy, is I was leaving on vacation on Tuesday at lunchtime. The party was on Saturday. I was still hungover when I woke up Tuesday morning.
Oh, I've had 2-day hangovers. Those are no good.
Yeah, I thought by the end of Sunday, I think I've done permanent damage. This is the new normal, and this is not good.
Yeah, when you
When you wake up drunk, that's a bad sign.
As usual, Doug was fucking late, as usual. And then, like, for a guy, it's a 2.5 hour drive. How he can always be 5 hours late. Oh, yeah, I'm just getting ready to leave. You're not. You're not. You're probably still doing laundry, you dumb fuck. Yeah, he's not here to defend himself. So, yeah. And then, yeah, just shaking off the hangover around that time. And then as soon as we crossed the border, I'm like, we need to hit a restaurant because I haven't eaten in like 2 days. And then he's like, you want to hit a buffet? I'm like, yes, I want to hit some American buffet of some form. Ooh, cherry red Lebanese.
Nice.
Oh, it's crazy, Wayne. Yeah, I remember I broke my vape, so I had to use my girlfriend's vape. Mine was tobacco flavored with some fruity bullshit. But it kept me from smoking. Yeah, I was carrying my buddy's amp and I banged the amp against my leg where my vape was and just crushed the tank. I was like, oh, why is my leg wet? I'm like, well, at least it's not blood.
Then you're like, oh shit, it is.
Yeah. Fortunately, she had multiple vapes with her, so I'm like, yeah.
Well, our trouble is me and the wife will be sitting in the living room and taking the vape and throwing it across the room to each other. Hits the floor, cracks. Ah, shit.
But yeah, then we left on vacation, and I don't know, it was the next night or the night after we celebrated my birthday proper down south with surprise party. A bunch of my southern friends all showed up, like from up to like 2-3 hour drive away. And what I get as birthday gifts? Fucking moonshine. Oh yeah. Ooh. Here we go again. You know, and I was not sober the rest of that vacation. It was good shit too. One jar was store bought, and one jar. Well, technically, it was bought in a general store, but it wasn't on the shelf with a price tag on it. It was an under the counter thing, having gone there years later to buy moonshine directly. I always remember my buddy picked us up from the NASCAR Hall of Fame, and he's like, "You want to go in the mountains and buy some moonshine?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah!"
Well, when I grew up, we had a lot of people, a lot of West Virginia transplants. Everybody's dad had moonshine. And it was usually in glass Pepsi bottles.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, we basically bought out the guy because literally everyone was putting in orders with my buddy Mike to, they're like, oh yeah, because he knew. So we were literally buying gallons of it.
Ugh.
And of course, me being the aloof idiot I am, not even thinking like if we get fucking pulled over with gallons of moonshine.
That's transporting.
Yeah, that's bootlegging. And
they can prove you cross state lines, you're in big trouble.
And that was the funny thing, Bill, because that was the last year we were down there, and we got some 1 gallon jugs, like would be a milk jug or whatever, but it was full of moonshine, and we still had 1 jug left that had half an inch in the bottom. So you don't want to that's still a fair amount, so you don't want to throw it away. And
few shots, yeah.
So we're all headed back on road trips to wherever we're going. And so I went to give it to a buddy, and I said, here, you got to take this. And he's like, well, fuck, I'm going all the way to upstate New York. Well, first of all, we were fucking convoying the whole way. I don't know where you're going because I fucking picked you up on the way down, numbnuts. But I was like, you got to take this. He's like, well, that's crossing state lines. You know, that's big trouble. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm crossing a fucking international border. International border trumps state lines, motherfucker. And he was like, touche. And he's like, well, how much are you taking back? I'm like, a lot. He's like, what do you mean a lot? I'm like, do you remember that tray of jars I met? Because I bought, I think I had 14 mason jars stashed throughout Doug's camper van. No two in one particular location. I figured divide and conquer. There's no way they'll find them all. If we find one, we're fucked. If they find all of them, we're still fucked. So they didn't. And then I had to tear apart his fucking trailer when we got to my place, and he's just, what the fuck? Like, he knew we were hitting the border, and he asked, he's like, everything's away? I'm like, yeah. Usually he wouldn't ask heading the border because he made that mistake and he got all nervous hitting the border one year. So he's like, is there anything in here I should be aware of? And he's like, do I need to repeat myself? I'm like, I don't want to lie to you. He just went silent. He's like, fuck. And he's like, what do we got? I'm like, moonshine and weed. He goes, oh, great. 2 things that are illegal. And I'm like, yeah, it's your vehicle, not mine.
Yeah, I'm super. I had a bad border experience. I'm super paranoid when I go across.
Well, I figure on the way back they wouldn't care as much as on the way in.
Yeah. Well, I was on my way in.
The case, because it literally, we always it always happened because of calamity of errors that we'd be crossing the Canadian border in and around 4 a.m. So super dead. And for some reason, we got the same border guard every year who is just coming on duty for some reason. And he literally we'd see him stand there with a Tim Hortons coffee. So you needed the shift this early, Terry, because it's only going to be warm for 45 minutes, tops. Yeah. So he just started shift. And the last thing he wants to do is tear apart a vehicle packed to the fucking gills with camping gear and shit after us being, 4 people down south for 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, when you pull up and they're like, pull over there. That's not good.
Yeah.
Like, we pulled up to the thing. Where are you going? Where are you from? Blah, 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 blah. The guy looks at these.
What's up, gear junkie?
These 2 long hairs and a beat to shit car, and they're like, pull your car over there. As we're pulling up to the building, they're coming out with a dog. Like, oh.
That's like on the way down the first time. I said, and Doug looks at me and goes, you're not bringing anything with you that we shouldn't bring, right? I'm like, fuck no. I'm like, I'm just hoping that my fucking pardon worked. And he's like, what? I was like, yeah, that's why we didn't vacation previously, because I had a fucking record, dude, and now I don't, because I had to get a pardon in order to work for the military, which I knew there, okay, but I'm like, I don't think they care about drug offenses. You know who cares about drug offenses? Fucking border officials care about drug offenses.
I had an issue with that because I had underage drinking thing that I didn't take care of. Because I got busted underage drinking. I think it was the drinking age was 19, and I was 18. So I got the ticket, and I was leaving the next day. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going home. When I get home, my buddy calls me up. He goes, you can't come back to Canada. I'm like, why? He goes, because you didn't pay that. You have an outstanding warrant now. Like, oh
shit.
So he ended up paying it for me. So
that's nice of him.
Yeah, the way down, it was never that big a hassle. And then it was funny because then when we get to the Speedway, and they're checking every camper coming in for firearms, and camping material, campfire materials, because you couldn't have fires.
Oh yeah, burn ban, yeah.
Yeah, burn ban and firearms because so south
firearms, yeah.
So firearms, but then they would just kind of wave us through. They're like, "Hey, you made it through the border. We know you're clean." It was like, "Yep," which is great because we had a shit ton of booze in that vehicle, like, to the point where they did do a cursory look, and it was. We found a place just over the border, Terry. Like, I mean, we time it for gas that as soon as we got over the border, because cheap gas in the U.S. compared to Canada. We'd fill up, go in, and I'd be buying 30 packs of Labatt's Blue to take down there because you can't get fucking good Canadian beer down there cheap. But I think I had 40 of those cubes of cans. And the guy just opens up the tailgate and he just sees a fucking 120 cans of Blue. He's like, Jesus Christ! And he's like, "You got enough for everybody?" I was like, "Everybody." I'm like, "That's mine." Anyway, whoa! I was like, "What? I'm there for a week." And I don't drive once I'm in the South because I'm always inebriated. Gets out ever doing a DD duty. If you're drunk before you leave in the first place, Terry, you never have to drive.
Mm-hmm. It's funny.
Yeah, see, now when I cross the border, first thing I'm looking for is where's the closest dispensary?
That was funny when you crossed the border on the way up to see me. He crossed the border. What? So like literally right there.
Yeah.
Well, I pulled over to put it into my GPS to find out where the closest dispensary was, and I look up and I'm parked in the parking lot of the dispensary.
50 yards away.
It was it was literally like 2 car lengths from where I was parked. I'm like, oh, that's convenient.
Yep.
You said Canada isn't about convenience.
Yeah.
And had I known how much of a
Jesus Christ, you guys got Tim Hortons everywhere.
I know.
Unfortunately.
I mean, every gas station is a Tim Hortons. It's
We have them in our hospitals now. We don't even have a fucking cafeteria in the hospitals. It's a fucking Tim Hortons in the hospital.
well, that's
For fuck's
healthy
sake.
food.
Royal Victoria Hospital in Barrie has a Tim Hortons down in their cafe area.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
I was just like, what?
I'm like, I'd rather eat the hospital food for fuck's sakes.
I can think of the other one, Starbucks here too.
Yeah.
Well, you're West
Starbucks
Coast, so
at the
there's
hospital.
Starbucks.
I've had to go to Tim Hortons at the hospital, and I've had to go into their big.
Yeah, all the hospitals here have Starbucks.
It's the best because they're like, oh, you got to put on a beard net and a hair net. I'm like, oh, fuck, that's good luck.
Want to
with
get
that.
any more Canadian, Billy? Go in. We used to have Tim Hortons inside of Canadian Tires.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh,
Crappy
God.
Tire has
Thank
a
God
Tim
I've never
Hortons.
seen
Huh?
With the Tim Hortons inside, yeah. Or at the very least, the Tim Hortons gas bar or the Canadian Tire gas bar had a Tim Hortons attached to it. So you get gas and then
Yeah.
hit the drive-through.
Yeah.
The little satellite ones, they didn't actually. We don't bake donuts here. I'm like, you give it 10 years. You're not going to bake donuts at all.
Yeah, we were in Hamilton. We were looking for somewhere to stop for a bathroom. I'm like,
Oof.
oh, there's a Tim Hortons. Let's go there. I go there, and it's the tiniest little building, and it's a drive-through only.
Yeah. True that. That was the worst thing. Like, we gig in Toronto, we'd be too cheap to stay overnight, so we'd be driving back. We'd stop at a place on the highway because they were all too country boys afraid to pull off an exit to hit any fast food place that's still open. And they're within a couple of blocks of the highway anyway, but oh no. So we had to stop at the rest stops on the highway. And the only thing open, fucking Tim Hortons. I'm like, God damn it. I was like, oh, do you want some muffins?
God.
No, I don't want. I want a fucking meal. I don't want to eat fucking muffins.
That's crazy, Michael Krause. 9 Dunkin' Donuts. Wow, that's like Tim Hortons level.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not surprised. There was a time we had 7 Tim Hortons locations in Trenton, and the town's only 16,000. And that was including the drive-through onlys, which I think there was 2 of. But there's still 5 actual stores. That might have actually included also Second Cups and or Baker's Dozens at the time because it was the 90s.
Yeah, between my town,
Which in national pastime was literally hanging out in a donut shop, smoking cigarettes and drinking coffee. And then when they banned smoking inside, you hung out in the parking lot smoking cigarettes and drinking coffee.
5 within a mile of a house. Oh my God, that's crazy for Dunkin'
Oh,
Donuts.
I only have one. But
Can't
we got
say
a lot of
Well,
fast foods right by my house.
Most of them were all this end of town too. Which
Well, they built a Sam's Club. I don't know. You guys have Sam's Club up there?
nope.
No.
No, it's Walmart
Only
and bulk.
Costco.
Yeah, we got Costco too, but I have a Walmart
Yeah.
that's like a half a mile from here. And as soon as they open, like every fast food chain open up a place right around it.
Yeah. Oh, we hit 2 hours somehow, some way. I don't know how that happened.
Wow. Just cruising
I probably
along.
knew earlier, but then I had some cherry red Lebanese.
It's Michael playing his keyboard all this time.
I have this 2-year-old vape pen and it doesn't taste like anything.
Oh, jeez.
And I don't
hope.
think it's getting me high either.
Probably not. I know nicotine ones start dying off after a year.
Yeah,
The nicotine just starts dissipating, disintegrating.
yeah. I keep hitting it, and I'm waiting for something to happen.
Just as long as it's not bang.
Right.
I've got nothing to do for the next few days.
Try to think. What do we got for videos coming up this week? We got a demo of an acoustic of some kind, and I'm going to say a restring video because I'll probably restring another guitar between now and Friday. If not, Flashback Friday episode. I'm going to be playing the Super Node tomorrow on Canucks with Guitars. That'll be fun. What's up, Small Mouth Guy? And what else? Oh, we got Brian from Search for Tone coming up next Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
And we got Charles 75N the Sunday after that.
And the Water Buffalo meeting.
And Water Buffalo meeting on Wednesday.
All right.
Action packed.
I'll be on the island, so that should be interesting.
Ooh. Yes, you will. Your island adventure. Now, where are you headed on the island?
Nanaimo, Parksville.
Right, Nanaimo.
Yeah, I'll be heading to Florida.
Going to Coombs, the place with the goats on the roof.
Which, oh yeah, Trev, I got a text from our friend Charles. First of all, legit, one of my friends posted this on Facebook. Jamie, I'm throwing you under the table. And that is a
grunge pedal. A grunge
Ditch
pedal
Deck
and a death metal pedal. That's awesome.
Yeah, with a cat.
That's probably the best tone ever.
I did not ask what it sounded like, and this came up in my feed as a reel. And the only thing I think of is an early production meeting for early days of my YouTube career. So yeah, there's that. But then Cheryl sent me this with the caption of "Really, Coombs?" Yeah.
Maple syrup, $2 off.
Coombs Family Farms.
Oh my god!
Not affiliated.
No relation.
I think Ben wants to distance himself from that company.
Yeah.
Especially how much Ben loves maple syrup.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, you don't have to worry about him eating the profits.
Yeah, it's true.
No,
I just bottle the shit. I don't want it.
Sell it all.
Yeah. So we got a bunch of stuff happening this week. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Trev. Thanks, Terry. Happy birthday,
Oh.
Terry.
Thank you, Ben.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
thanks, Mike, as
Thank you,
well.
everyone.
It's been fun.
Awesome to be on.
Yeah. We're due for a hang, so there we are. Yay. Stuff will be happening. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Hit the like. Hype if you're on a mobile platform. Don't think it really helps me, but hey, they want me to say that. Ooh, I want waffles too, Paint Neighbor.
Mm.
Some waffles. That'd be quite good. So yes, of course, everybody hang the line here. We'll talk off here. Everybody, hold those doors open. Everybody hold doors open. Multiples. Not everybody in ahead of you in traffic. Jesus, you got to get there too. Be good to each other. Happy tone chasing because karma is real. Witnessed it tonight. If you're paying attention, folks. So be good to each other. And remember, as always, only dick holding posers litter in life.